Welcome in. It's Football Friday, brought to you by your friends at the West Virginia Lottery. Jed Drenning standing in for Tony Creedy alongside Coach Dwight Wallace as West Virginia prepares to face the always dangerous Oklahoma State Cowboys. And Coach, you and I have been talking. One of the things that makes these guys always dangerous, so much skill on the offensive side of the football.
Well, that's the thing about this conference that just amazes you as you get through the season. You just get through with one great group of receivers, and you think, wow, we're finally past that one. Then you look at the next week, and you say, holy smoke, we got to get on deck again because look at this guy. This Wallace kid's only a sophomore, and he's got better stats. He's at least on schedule to break all the Blitnikoff records for the last 3 seasons. So unbelievable, the kind of skill they have, the kind of speed, and the offensive output.
A bottomless pit of talented receivers that West Virginia has to tangle with in this conference. And what they'll face Saturday, a bottomless pit of different blitz looks from Jim Knowles, a coordinator who came in from Duke. And here we are toward the end of the year, but he's kind of still learning his way in the Big 12, but they've had a lot of success getting after the passer.
Well, you take a look at them. They're one of the sack leaders nationally. So a real challenge for our people up front in pass protection, but also a challenge for Will Greer because Will's got to read a lot of that stuff and go hot, which he did a great job last week. And I think he's going to be just fine with it. But I think between Will and really a good job up front, that's what we have to have this week to take care of this sack group.
And finally, Coach, let's talk about this. A week ago, this Oklahoma State team, against their rival, the Oklahoma Sooners, 39 first downs, a ton of yards, lost this thing, a 2-point conversion at the end in Bedlam. What does that do to the psyche of this Oklahoma State football team?
Well, you'd like to think it'd take the air out of the balloon for them, but unfortunately these guys play great against ranked teams. They play great against the next good opponent. And I think when you take a look at their Texas win and their 1-point Oklahoma loss, you have to respect the heck out of them. So I'm expecting them to bring their very best.
And there you have it, folks. There's going to be a lot of headlines and storylines to talk about heading into this one. Tomorrow, our coverage on the radio side starts off at noon, followed by a 3:30 kickoff. For Coach Dwight Wallace, this is Jed Drenning, and this has been Football Friday.